Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Do you hear me? Hi, YouTube chat. Hi, Twitch chat. Hi, everyone who's chilling. Hi, Sean. Hi, Matthew. Bye, Matthew. Um, Welcome to round 6 of. I've never read this tournament's name out loud. I'm just gonna call it the WGM Norm Tournament. Near Bucks where Bucks isn't. Anna-Maja is playing. Well, she was playing for Norm. The chances are 0 now. All she's trying to do is cut her losses and try to win and see how many elo she can save. Currently, she's on 1.5 out of 5 games, which is not the best of starts, but she's trying. She's had very tough opposition so far. And today, our opponent is Pedro Gil Ferreira da Silva from Portugal. He's also an FM. I believe he's seeking his IM norm. He's on 3 out of 5, which means he needs to win every game from now to get the next norm. So this is a must-win game for him, whereas for Anna, it's not. Well, not for norm chances. So yeah, let's see how this game went. Sorry about the board, guys. She was a bit late and she couldn't flip it, I think. We're still in known theory. The game started as a Caro-Kann. Let me just take a quick look. So we had, okay, I mean it transposed into the Caro-Kann. It was c4, c6, e4, 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 d5. Okay, takes, and Anna-Maja is just playing down a pawn. Well, down in air quotes. But this is still normal development for now. Both players look to be somewhat in their prep still. Top moves in this position right now, after bishop e2, that have been played. It's knight bd7, as our handsome man was talking some time ago. The plan is to get that other knight out from b8 to d7, and that goes to b6 and targets the pawn on d5 3 times. Yes, it will be an isolated queen pawn position, which means the isolated queen's pawn means the pawn which is on the starting rank of the queen, starting file of the queen, and not supported by any of its pawns. Most likely we will get a lone d pawn for white, which will hopefully become a target later on in the game for Anna to pick on, and maybe she can convert. Petrosian 12333, this is the link where you can go check out the chess results database, the tournament page, sorry, and you'll find all the details you want there. Hi, YouTube chat. Hello. I see familiar names again. Chess Mike. Yes. Hey, sorry, I was having dinner, so I quickly finished it. I didn't even take the plate to the kitchen. It's in this room. And I'm just sitting and talking to you guys now. Hi, Julian. Hi, Henrik. Hi, Thomas. This opening was the Caro-Kann defense, Panov attack, Fianchetto defense, Fianchetto defense, Fianchetto gambit, whatever. Because black has gambited the pawn, meaning white is up a pawn currently, but black is getting development. Yeah, most normal move knight bd7 or knight a6 if you want to be fancy and come back to c7 and take the pawn on d5. b6 is a move, a5 is a move. And Anna's playing it the normal way. She goes for knight bd7. Oh, hi, exit. Sorry. I always mess up the CH and CC in Italian. So CH has to be fianchetto. Fianchetto. I keep forgetting about it. Yeah, I think fianchetto is correct. That sounds better, but correct me if I'm wrong. What's Fianchetto. Oh, so what is chess? What is chess in Italian? What's the word for chess in Italian? All right. By the way, there's yeah. So this is supposed to be scacchi, scacchi. I don't think scacchi sounds right to me. But is it? Can someone confirm? Is scacchi said? Is scacchi read as scacchi? Hi Karthik. Kaisa is not the name of it. Chess. It's the name of the chess god, as people like to call it. So yeah, I see YouTube chat says reading like scacchi. See, there you go. That's why I was confused. I know scacchi has a double C, so I thought the fianchetto has to be ch sound. But apparently it's fianchetto and scacchi. Italian does not make sense. Thank you very much. Hi Kevin, welcome. This event is you can see the name on the top of the screen. It's happening in south of Spain, and it's a norm tournament. It's a closed round robin where Anna-Maja is, well, she was here with the hopes of getting a norm, but now she's just going to try and get some elo. We do have a move from white, bishop f3, which is just developing the bishop onto a square where it protects the d5 pawn 3 times now. This is not Minorca, no. Minorca is a different tournament. After this tournament, however, Anna-Maja has about a week, over a week, to rest, and then she's going to play in Sanve, which is the island of Formentera, another open Swiss where there's a lot of streamers participating. I saw the list yesterday. There's Ivanchuk, there is Ketty, there is Jules Moussard, the French GM. There is I forgot. There was someone else that I knew. Yeah, Narky, I don't know anymore. These CH and CC are just getting to me. Apparently, there's no rule, but or maybe I just don't know enough Italian. We have OFS82 giving me some knowledge. C is soft in front of I and E, like in Spanish, but the CH is how they denote it, the hard sound, in front of I and E. That's why it's fianchetto. Okay, okay, I get it now. Hi, Carda PTO. Who's Peter Gill? I don't know if he's in this tournament, but sure. As long as he's not Anna-Maja's opponent in this game, I'll root for him. Yes, Maney, that's the one. Jules Gambit is going, and Alexandra Prado is also going, who was also in Reykjavik. Hi, Constantino. Welcome. Haven't seen you in a while. That makes more sense. Well, okay. You're free to root for him, but I will say most of us want your friend to lose. But no hard feelings. We just want her to have a win today. Hi, Narky. Thank you very much. I I mean that's nice to hear, but I think you must be talking about the other commentators that we had on, especially during Reykjavik and a while. I've only been here during the evening rounds for 3 days now. But thank you. We appreciate it. Yes, Kevin, that's true. European OTB tournaments. Oh, thank you very much. All right, we've had another move. Anna-Maja is offering an early queen trade via queen b6, which the engine doesn't love, but it's still theory. It's still been played by top players, but a long time ago. Maybe she has this in prep. I mean, Anna-Maja is still within the first 10 minutes. Yeah, Narki, really. I don't join the other one too, because the early round is a bit too early for me. Well, ironic because it's prime time for me at that then. But I like get busy, and at night is when I'm free. So here I am, chilling, talking, going over the games. It's sad we only have 2 days, as in tomorrow of 2 rounds, and then 1 round. Also, guys, remember there is daylight savings in Europe, so the last round may begin. Let me see. The clocks are going ahead, so it will begin an hour earlier. Crazy. So RDPXI. Just before knight bd7, there was a move e7. I don't know what you mean e7, but do you mean e7 e5 or e7 e4? Sorry, e7 e6. e7 e6 is still kind of theory because if you take, the bishop takes with the tempo on the queen. But she just didn't want to commit there, I guess. The idea is you can gang up on the pawn that's on d5 and win it. Currently, if you count material, black is a pawn down. So Anna's going to use the extra tempo and development to get the position. Oh, sorry, get the pawn. Hi, Manuel. Welcome to the chat. Yes, you're right. I am currently 10 hours ahead of Anna-Maja's clock, which is crazy, but okay, it gets better. So this Sunday, Europe is going ahead, so the difference becomes 9 hours. And the following week, we go back because we go into winter. Like our summer is ending. So the difference becomes 8 hours. So for 1 week, we'll be 9 hours apart. The next 6 months will be 8 hours apart. Crazy how time zones work. I don't like it. I don't like DST. But I guess it is what it is. Pedro Gil Ferreira da Silva. Actually, that's a good question. Maybe some people will forget, but let's find out. I'm still confused when the round is actually. Is it 9:30 or 8:30 or something like that? I'm not sure. I'll confirm tomorrow night. And I hope they give them a reminder as well. Oh yeah, Agjet. I see the link and I already know what it's about. I'm not even gonna click it. Just don't ask, okay? The states are crazy. Oh, hi Manuel. Thank you. Thank you. I believe I can read Spanish well enough. Well, better than other languages, I guess. I remember growing up, I learned Spanish from, well, I wasn't watching, so I have a younger sister. She used to watch Dora the Explorer. That's where I used to learn Spanish. But I was pretty young too. I learned the numbers there. I learned stuff like gracias and de nada and what else? I forgot the terms now, but they'll come to me. Yes, Dora was my first Spanish teacher. Yeah, David, it gets weird when the difference between Europe and Sydney is it goes from 10 to 8. Like 8 doesn't feel like a lot actually, but 10 somehow feels like too much. It's weird. Somebody has redeemed hydrate, so Anna-Maja is having a sip of her water. She looks pretty comfortable here for now. Opponent's thinking he's down to 115, which means nothing right now. But also, chat, remember, Normally, classical tournaments have added time after 40 moves, but in this tournament they don't, which means the time they start with is all they get, with the 30 seconds of increment on every move. Thomas M says e6 is more common after g3. Where is g3? e6. Right. After g3, okay. But white instead played bishop f3 there. So getting to the other square is maybe not desired for them right now. Hey, Squarecross, welcome to the chat. Hi, fly, you fools. Welcome. Hey, Sean, underscore Sean. 9:30 tomorrow. You mean, oh. All right, I will take a look into this tomorrow later because I have to time it here. So her 9:30 games are 7:30 for me, which may become 6:30. Yes. No? Yes. Which may become 6:30. I'll see. I miss Cruz too. Was he here? These are not mistakes, Slavinsky. It's still like proper, like theory-ish still. The engine is too harsh on on the players in these openings. It's a little weird. But very soon, in a few moves, they'll fizzle out and we'll have a good middle game position. He's still taking his time. I don't know how far their prep went, but he plays a novelty chat, a move that has never been played before, and it's queen c4. The idea being he wants to keep the queens on the board. He's got the white pieces. He wants to attack. He's playing a, well, you can say lower rated, which the rating difference is almost nothing. But as you can tell, he is going for an IM norm, which means he wants to keep the queens on the board and some hopes and defend the d4 pawn. As I say that, welcome everyone from Jesse's channel. Welcome Raiders. I hope the stream was well. I believe it's still the OTB thing because that was going on yesterday. How did she do? What's going on? Update, please. I'm sorry I haven't kept up. Also, hey GP, welcome. Hi, dear Kit. Nice to see you. Cruz, Glamdring, welcome. Jesse's on 6 on. Oh my god, she's OP. Someone stop this woman. Okay, don't. But she's going. She's doing really well. Amazing. Congratulations. Plus 80. Wow. I see we have an influx of mods in this chat finally. Hi, Screws. Hi, Giant Pixels. Can someone bring Bucks? Screws. Hi. I miss you. Cruz misses you. I miss you too. Sorry, Matthew misses you. I miss you too. Hint, hint. Am I dropping enough hints? We don't have control. Sorry. Yes, they're here. This is what it is. And also remember, we saw question marks on Queen B6, but now we have an X on Queen C4. So great, great. Oh, hi chat. Sorry, I was looking at something else. What did I miss? I think Queen C4 is still the last move, and I was trying to figure out how to make something out of this. You know what? Okay, maybe. I think the opponent is going to push for wins here, etc. We are supporting the player playing the black pieces. But yes, Sean_Sean has it right. He has all the right reasons. He's on fire today. Because it's right for me. Like I'm seeing it from Anna's perspective, but you guys are not. Because to me, you're upside down. To you, I'm upside down. You know, the usual. So in the current position, I just checked. 98 is actually really good because the d6 square is a very nice outpost. Well, early back outpost for the knight. Attacks the queen. Queen is not really doing anything on this square, so we attack it. The reason it's on c4 is because it had to defend d4 as well. The only other square is d1. Anna-Maja finds the best move. Dirkir, you're like same braining with our streamer here. That's amazing. Let's go. So she plays 98. And we're going to d6. Anna-Maja does not care that she is down a pawn because she's going to win the center pawns back. They're very weak, and that's what we're seeing. Also, what knight e8 does is it opens up the bishop's attack onto the d4 pawn, which is now currently hanging. So Anna-Maja has an option to either take it if it's not defended or gain a tempo with knight d6. Next step, she'll probably move the knight somewhere else from d7, and the bishop's also open, free to go out. Rook goes out to c8. Nice. Screws, wasn't dab a redeem thing here? Or am I mistaken for another channel? I think it's another channel. Hi, I'm looking at YouTube chat. Yeah, the current development. So, white should develop. The knight needs to go out to e2. That defends d4 one more time, which is necessary for now. And we gain a tempo with the knight d6. The queen has to go back to b3 or d3, and we take it from there. Other moves they have are now queen b3 or get the bishop out to e3, develop another piece. It's still looking good so far. We have a few options to go. Let's see where Pedro here takes us. Screws, I think it was Hannah's. Did anyone figure out what the picture is next to them, by the way? The picture that's hung of the mountains? Like, where exactly is this? So, actually, are you saying if bishop e3, we can take b2? I'm always a little scared to take these pawns. They feel poison to me. But actually, here, I feel like after queen a6, queen a3, and okay, knight b5 is making me feel weird. But I think we can get out of it. Yeah, there should be something. You can come back on the a5, a6, and we're fine. Yeah, I don't know. Yes, the engine says knight g e2 is the only move right now because otherwise one of the pawns fall. So if the knight goes, sorry, if the bishop goes out, then b2 falls. If the knight doesn't go there, then the d4 pawn is hanging. Oh, thanks, OFS82. I see. So this is where they are right now. This is where they're staying and playing, just from another angle. Nice. Also, chat, sometimes you may not know who I'm talking to. There's two chats going on. People on Twitch, go to YouTube. People on YouTube, go to Twitch. Open both streams and chill. Ooh, probably. Screws, I didn't tell them to leave Twitch. It's you have to keep the Twitch stream on. Hi, Danny. You can see his elo on the screen next to his name, which is 2228. Yeah, Levinsky, maybe. I'm sure they all know, they all knew beforehand that there's a streamer amongst them, and they will all be live streamed to thousands of people across the world. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's 2228, which is a few points higher than Anna-Maja's, which is almost an insignificant difference because they both can win and lose this at any time. Oh, I see there's a host command on YouTube. It's the old one. Guys, I'm not Vlad. Vlad is, as you can see, the coach, player, instructor, streamer. That's not me. I'm just a random voice in your head chilling on Anna-Maja streams and her Discord server. I don't even I don't even compete professionally. I just watch chess here and there. Oh, I see the hope. Active, you wanna join? You wanna make stream elements happy? Ah, yes. Scarecrest has the insider info. Damn. Actually, where are you getting them stats from? So are you saying in another 3 months I'll be the highest rated player in the world if I am at this pace? I'm not actually I'm not improving rapidly, I'm improving classically. That was the bad joke of the day number one. um I like to see that her opponent is going down on the clock. It's not significant, but he is approaching the 1 hour mark, and Anamaya is on 115. It's only 10 minutes, but as you know, these advantages can stack up. If you guys remember her round four game, yes, her round four game in this tournament, that was yesterday. I think she had a 50 to 45 minute advantage on the clock, like from the middle game until the end game. And he was completely winning and then completely drawing for the longest time. Then her opponent, who played I think 10 to 20 moves with 1 minute on the clock, finally blundered in time pressure and allowed mate, which was crazy. But time on the clock makes a big difference, especially in these tournaments where you don't have added time on move 40. Because normally players, that's all they want to do. They reach move 40 with a playable position and go on. But that's not the case over here. Yeah, actually, if like in all my years in Australia, I've never seen a poisonous, venomous spider. They're just pets. They're just cute little domestic pets. Best move played, knight ge2, and it's not updated on the PGN yet, but we will have it soon. Knight ge2 was played, and now we have to play knight d6. As in, knight d6 is a good move. It gains a tempo on the queen, puts the knight on a better square. And okay, the reason the knight came down was to go on d6, and this is a great time to do it. So she should just go for it. Oh, hi, random guy who spams hearts. Welcome, good to see you again. Wait, fly you fools, are you serious? Yo, that's crazy. Well, it depends on where you go, actually. I always tell everyone who wants to um, visit Australia that you're not gonna see these dangerous spiders unless you look for them. Cool. Which year did you? Sorry, where did you go in Australia? What places did you visit? Mm, mm, mm. Hi, Animal Charity Channel. Welcome. Uh, Anna's position is actually pretty okay. It looks a little less now because she is down a pawn currently. So she gambited the D pawn earlier in the opening, but she did get her development for it. The knight being backward is like deliberate. It was her last move. The idea is to go to d6 and threaten the queen, which is looking kind of off place on c4. So, yeah, I believe we will see her make that move very soon. I think she just did. Yep, the knight has gone to d6 now. Hi, Pat. The evil bar really makes no difference right now. Like it being within the range of +1 to -1 is not, uh, well, not a big deal right now. It's okay. Wait until the middle game, and then maybe tactics will arise, and the engine will tell us better news. Hi, Bucks. Welcome. Number one mod is in the house. Now we can all sit back and chill. You did not miss much. Nope. Just that Anna-Maja gambited a pawn. She's still down a pawn, but she's going to win it back. We left theory, I think, 3 moves ago, and here we are. Thanks for the sub, Tech Masher. I think you hear it, but just because I can, I'm gonna do this. Illegal! Yeah, and for those who don't know, this is the sub alert sound of Anna-Maja, which I love to spam. Hey, Animal Charity Channel, thanks. Wait, can you guys hear? Unless I'm being trolled. That was not supposed to happen. So I don't know what was supposed to happen, but here we are. High Tech Masher, thanks for the sub. High Perceptive Trader. Ooh, okay. Maybe the sound alert for the sub didn't work, but we have soundboard. Soundboard was still here. Hi, Reina Roja runs. I mean, yes, snakes are friends with spiders, I think, in some places. It really depends on where. Where are you guys going that you see these poisonous snakes and spiders, man? Like, they're nowhere near like cities where people live. Really. Unless you go like deep inside somewhere or go near some reserves or forests. We don't hear about spiders. You see small ones, tiny ones in your house, they're actually good. Good to keep around. You know, they deal with insects and everything. It's nice. They're harmless, sometimes cute. They don't bother you, you don't bother them. Hackmaster, you're right. We do want Anna-Maja to win her game today, so we can be on 2.5 out of 6. Yeah, David, it's it's something that you cannot forget. You have to keep in mind. But all right. Thanks, Julian, for letting me know. Yeah. Illegal. Let me play another one. Mm, if you thought that was real, yes, that was a real cat. Bucks, we're gonna wait until she wins for that one. Yes, Reina, I guessed the same. Somewhere in Queensland, where they have these things, is usually where you can expect them. I went to visit Brisbane. I went to Brisbane and Gold Coast in October, a few months ago, and I did overhear some conversation from some people. They were talking about buying houses in Queensland, like near Gold Coast, and their conversation shifted to being concerned about snakes, like snakes visiting the house. That's something we don't hear. Like we really don't hear. I've lived in Sydney and Melbourne. We don't really do that unless you're like far away from the CB. But okay, David, not really. But I've moved around so much. I can't really tell you. Hi, Matthew. I don't know what incident you're talking about. Was it a happy one? Flying Fools. Why would you call it funny? It's a nice city. It's a nice little city. There's a few mountain top. There's a lot of viewing spots around Brisbane where you can go to and look at Brisbane. It's really cool. You can look at it from like almost every direction. And there's a river running through the city. It's cool. Bucks are huntsman spiders, uh, the big ones that look scary. I wouldn't like to keep them just for optical purposes, but if they're useful, they're useful. But yeah, personally, I wouldn't like to keep them in the house. Oh, yeah, okay, Matthew. I'm not going to use the happy, happy sound until she wins. Yes, Akshat, very believable. Oh no, what will they ever do? So currently, the best moves for black that the engine suggests are to either develop a knight because the knights are looking pretty, you know. So d6 is not a not a bad square for the knight. The other knight, which is blocking our bishop, can go to f6 because that's a more natural looking square, and it's looking at the square from there to e4. As you can see, e4 is not protected by a pawn anymore. So maybe we can plant a knight there in the future. And moving the knight to f6 also opens the way for our bishop. We need development. Those are some common moves. Engine also has ideas like bringing the rook out to e8 or d8, and maybe even fh5. Like, I don't know why that is. Maybe to prevent something going to g4. It's just simple development for now. Anna-Maja is closing down towards the 1 hour mark where her opponent is currently. Nobody, fly you folks. Nobody. It's uh, it's a joke that has gone stale. Yes, Reina. Actually, I know what you're talking about. The cliffs are nice. I was there only for 1 day. Actually, 2 days. 2 days in Brisbane city, and I went to Gold Coast and Surface Paradise for 1 day. If any of you have not heard of Surface Paradise, look it up. Google it. You get some crazy views. Very nice. On the beachfront. Very nice. Fly your fool's good one. Thanks. I also get that when people say bye to me. I've never done this, but I've seen people say bye bye as BB. So BB gets spammed sometimes. Hello, Los Cooper. You're right. And Scarecross here makes very good points. I fully agree. And also, if my voice is too low, please let me know. Because what I'm doing is sitting back in my chair, almost lying down, and I don't have a mic. Hello, Andrea. The clock is fine, Julian. I mean, this is the standard clock that we see in tournaments with DGT boards. She has played knight out to f4. She's attacking the d4 pawn a third time. Hmm, interesting. I mean, it's a good move. And as she plays that, she gets up and leaves her chair, possibly to take a walk. Knight f4 is on the board. The position is still very balanced. Oh, I'm sorry. My coordinates. I have to keep converting them from Australian coordinates to normal coordinates. So yeah, I'm looking at it from the other side. It's knight f5. Gravity works in mysterious ways. So, Pat, that's a good question. I was looking at it right now. Does white need to defend the pawn or not? Because you can defend the pawn with bishop e3, but then what that does is hangs the b2 pawn. And I don't think white wants that. Since white is already up a pawn, I think it can do something better, like castling the king to safety or getting the bishop out to f4, which is a more active diagonal, or bishop to g5, even because there's a lot of pieces on that diagonal from black. Yeah, they could do anything. It depends on him. Does he want to hold on to the pawn or not? Hmm. Liu Fools is actually making good points too. The Earth is flat, isn't it? Or else we'd fall off. David with the forbidden knowledge, just putting it out there for everyone. That's a good question. The PGN itself is stuck. So we had knight f5 and then castles by white. The castles is the current position. The PGN is stuck on multiple websites, but they usually fix them in a few minutes, so don't worry. And we're not losing track of the moves because we have the camera. I don't want to jinx it, but let's see if it lasts until the end. Yeah, Reina, that's a good theory as well. Yes, chat. Julian, you're right. Now, d4 is finally hanging, and she can get the pawn back if she wanted to. Yep, giant pixels. My eyesight's so good, I can see Anna-Maja from here. David, come on. That's why we have moisturizers. Yeah, Pat, that's true. I never thought about it. Maybe it should be undefended. Undefended is a better word. Actually, that's also not bad. True. It's defended, but not enough. So it's under defended. And undefended is basically what we call hanging, or just nothing's looking at it at all. Sometimes pieces are also, they look undefended, but they're defended with a tactic. So that's also something you got to think about. I don't know if we can get someone to change the PGN, but we have moves now, I think. The PGN has caught up, chat, and she has taken. So we have a trade on d4. Knight takes has been played. Yep. Knight d4, and now Anna-Maja can pick up the knight with either any piece, whichever piece she wants to, either the queen or the bishop. She offered a queen trade already earlier, so she could go queen takes d4, but also bishop d4 is an option. And there is one other move that lets black keep the game going, which is knight to e5. Knight e5 is a move that Anna-Maja played yesterday as well with her game with the black pieces. And that also attacked a queen on d3, I think. Or I could be wrong. I know there was knight e5 somewhere. Wait, she took with the bishop? No. Yeah, no. She took with the knight. Now she's thinking if she has to take back immediately or throw in a knight e5. Remember, chat, she cannot play knight to c5 because that blocks the queen's sight of the d4 knight. If knight c5, maybe like queen d2 and white is basically up a piece. So right now she has only 3 moves that keep her in the game. I mean, I make it sound like it's a big deal, but it's really not. She's going to play one of those three. She's just taking her time to maximize the chances. Chat, what do you think she's going to do? Quick, before Anna-Maja makes the move. Is she going to take the knight with the queen, the bishop? Or is she going to play knight e5? Let's see who gets it right with Anna-Maja's move. Who's going to same brain with the streamer? Hi, new person on YouTube chat. I'm really sorry I cannot read that name, but great to see you here. And thanks for rooting for Anna-Maja. We hope she wins today as well. Julian has a nice line. Knight e5 gains a tempo on the queen, so the queen has to move. And then we gain another tempo with knight takes f3. But the problem there is, you see the knight that is extra on d4? It can take back on f3, which leaves us with a piece down. So I think after knight e5, we have to take with the queen. And once queen takes, we can use that tactic to win the queen back. So the line basically goes from the current position, knight e5, queen d2, black queen takes on d4, white queen takes the queen on d4, and then knight gives a check by taking the bishop on f3. You have to take back. And then the bishop from g7 takes the queen on d4. That way, Anna-Maja doubles the pawns of white, which is a line. But I don't know if she'll go for that. Let's see. Yes, chat. You need to practice your visualization. She has the coordinates on for that reason. Yeah, we had a lot of spectators. Like during the opening of the game, there were many kids. Like there's this one little girl, guy, I don't know, who was walking with. Oh, they're back. They just chilling. Oh, there she is, the girl with the Harry Potter sweater. Oh. She just laughed at us too. I think they were told that they're on camera or something. I don't know. Anna-Maja has taken the knight with the queen and offered the queen trade. So let's see, what does white do? Should white take back or move the queen away? What do you think, chat? Yeah, there is some truth to that. She offered a queen trade once. This is the second time she's offered a queen trade in the game. Chat, once again, remember, her opponent is in a must-win situation if he wants an IM norm. He needs to win every game
from YouTube.
that he plays from
Chat,
now on.
chill down.
Anna-Maja's
Anna
already
knows
lost her
some
norm
chess.
chances, so she's just going to make it a difficult game, wait for her opponent to push with the white pieces, and try to capitalize. This is her second queen trade offer. Let's see if it happens. Yeah, Anna-Maja can do a good revenge thing today. Like, I lost my chances for a norm today. I'm gonna end your hopes and dreams as well. Ha ha ha. And we can spam Anna-Maja evil in chat. Okay, anyway, it took us 14 moves, but we have finally regained material balance. And both sides are reasonably developed. And let's see where the game goes from here. We just play chess. I don't know if draw offers have a move limit in this tournament, but it would be interesting. Animal Charity Channel. I think she always says her openings have been weak, so she wants to be more confident in her opening lines. She did start studying recently, and she went through a few courses on stream, and also she went through one or two books about endgames, lots of endgames, and attacking strategies. She's learning. I'm sure whenever she has a few weeks off between tournaments this year, she will be streaming and doing study streams again because she's taking her road to WGM very seriously. Um, yeah, she does have a few events planned for this summer. And the queens are off the board. So queen takes d4, bishop takes d4 has been played, and Anna-Maja is now currently, well, very close to the clock. They're both about within 7 minutes of each other. Levinsky, I think. There you go. That is the answer to your question. I knew this command would be handy someday. Okay, it was being asked about quite a lot, which is why we made it. But okay, why is the PGN not updating? I don't understand. The moves are taking time to load. Hi, GP. Thanks for reminding me. Yes, Chris, when is it not bedtime for me? Tell me. What? So does that mean Agchat is coming? Oh, it means it's not Agchat's fault. It would be cool to have Agchat here again. I believe she's fixed the camera problem. What? Why? What did I do? No, Macron, I am not in the Netherlands. In fact, I am 10 hours ahead of Netherlands time zone, which is crazy. All right, I'm looking at plans for what white can do. Developing some piece is always a good idea. Getting the rook out with tempo on the bishop looks nice. The bishop from c1 can get out somewhere, maybe g5. G5 looks like a good square. h6 looks like a good square. I mean, I would just play bishop h6 to bait a rook move and then go back or something. I have lost games due to bishop h6. I remember many times. Yeah, let's see which one he chooses. We could also hope for a good time difference or time advantage for Anna-Maja. Mm-mm-mm-mm. RDPXI, yes. I live near Sydney, Australia, which is on the east coast. And the board is not catching up because it does this. Fly you fools, no, Perth is not real. Perth is not Australian. Perth is so far away, it's not Australian. Like, if I go far from Europe to Australia, I'd rather be here, you know? What is 3 hours, 4 hours? Levinsky 352 is crazy, but to be fair, I do have a weird sleeping schedule. Weird compared to people in here, but not weird compared to people in Europe. And I basically sync with them. Serious, that's a good question. Why are you not here? Which is another good question. Ooh, wow. Nice. Sounds good. Which city did you enjoy the most? RDPXI? I haven't been to Hobart myself. It would help me mentally and emotionally because humans are social creatures, and especially ones who share their brains can provide a better quality time. The only place you should be now is with same brain, Bucks. Same brain. Let's go. Or is it the GM? The one that we don't know of? Screws, how could you do wait, what? I think this is the first time you've you've rejected me in front of everyone while I'm live, put on the spot. How could you do this to me? But nice. Howard is good. I've never been there. I do want to go. I have to go to what's the place called? Lansdowne? Howard? Oh, maybe that's why. Fly you fools, you're onto something here. Macron, that's crazy. I don't follow Eurovision. I've never watched it. It's crazy how Australia is part of Eurovision, but that would be funny. Yes, Orion 99. There's a lot of options here. White can do anything, which is why White is thinking now. Launceston, yeah, correct. It's not Lansdowne, it's Launceston. I don't watch Eurovision because I'm not interested, like at all. Maybe if one song goes viral, maybe I'll hear it. Okay, so the bishop has gone out to g5, and Anna-Maja is going to move her. Well, maybe she'll move the knight or not. So currently, the e7 pawn is hanging, but you can do anything really. Engine even wants to give up the e7 pawn by playing knight to e5. Sorry, my bad. Launceston. Sarcastic commentary. I don't know. Was there any really good song? There was a really good song actually that I was made aware of because I like songs like that. I can't recall. I think it was a lady singer. I think she was from somewhere near Scandinavia. It sounded like a rock song, folk, metal, rock. Is it Euphoria? Let me check. Uh, no. I don't think so. No, it doesn't look like it was her. No, there's another one. Eurovision 2023. Mm-mm-mm. Alessandra, Queen of Kings from Norway. That's the one. That's the one I liked and I was told about. And because I liked songs like that, I remember liking that one. I wouldn't be able to tell you what it sounds like now because I haven't heard it. But yeah, I don't know. Something about it was a little nice. I didn't expect something like that to show up on Eurovision because my idea of Eurovision is very pop music y. Alexander, Queen of Kings. Yes, that's the. Hey, Julian, nice, good job, good one. Same brain. Mm-mm-mm. D1, E1. Yeah, could be anything. Anna-Maja is thinking currently. She is deciding where to go with a piece. So I'll tell you some options for her. Knight E5 is what the engine wants, but it's not that different from Bishop F6, for example, offering another trade. So you could trade bishops on F6 with the knight taking back, or push F6 yourself to get the bishop away from there. Rook to E8 is a move, just simply defends the pawn on E7. And bishop could take on C3, but that gives us support to the D5 pawn, and we may not want that. So that's not the best option. For now, she can do anything else. I also see her doing like other moves, actually. Mm, A6. It's not the worst, but A6. Okay, actually, A6 is really bad because you just lose the pawn with tempo. And the bishop gets planted with D6. So we should allow this. We can't let the bishop take E7 with tempo. All right. Bishop F6 has been played. So Anna-Maja is really guarding that E7 pawn. Says, you can have my bishop. Let's trade bishop for bishop on F6. Animal Charity Channel, I just saw your question, if you're still here. Anything to do in the Northern Territories? You can visit Darwin. There's a few other towns that are tourist spots, but not much actually. The weather is just very different from what it is down here, and not a lot of people go there, as far as I know. Um, Hi, Mike, you sweet girl. Welcome to the chat. This guy is wearing white sports sneakers because it goes with his outfit, and I think the dress code regulations are quite relaxed on this tournament, in this tournament. The trade has happened, so she has taken back on f6 with the knight, and we are playing. Well, I don't want to call this an endgame just yet, but we have a knight, a bishop, and two rooks each. Position is looking very dry for now, but of course, there is still a lot to play for. White puts pressure, moves the f rook to e1, attacking the e7 pawn. Now it depends on Anna-Maja on how she wants to defend this. Will she push it? She can push, or defend it with rook e8. What do you think she will do, chat? Give me your predictions on how she will defend the pawn. Will she push the pawn or Put the rook behind it. We don't we don't have a command for the dress. There is no real dress code on this in this tournament. She pushed the pawn. Once again, see chat. White can make a pass pawn right now by pushing d6. Okay, I need to change this. Sorry, because Vlad is not here. Akshat is not here. You can say Bravo Kokos. Yes, that's true. This is not Akshat. I'm just random guy. Hello, Uncle Jono. She has pushed the pawn. Yes, so d6 is a move, but d6 is pretty weak. Firstly, look, it is on a dark square, which means the white's bishop can never defend it. It only has a knight and a rook that can defend it from behind, but white can attack and build up around it and make that the target of white's position. Currently, the pawns are, well, the material is equal. If you push the pawn, it gets weak, and then maybe you can win it sometime in the future, which will eventually lead to a pawn up position where Anna-Maja can trade pieces, go to the endgame, and pawn up. Like, the less pieces on the board, the more the stronger the more you feel the difference of a pawn. But yeah, I don't expect d6 to be pushed. I'm just trying to explain why that is not the top choice. Top choice would still be developing something else. So Engine wants rook ad1 or ed1, or maybe even b3. Rook d1 is a very good move. You're right. Rook ad1 or ed1. Both of them are perfectly okay for white right now. They're doing well on the clock. Anna-Maja is on 57 minutes, and her opponent is chilling, sitting back on 45. Look at the body language. It looks like it's Black's turn to play. Okay, now he's back. Now he's got the not like this pose, sorry. On board, chat. give me bad jokes. Give me bad puns. Let's see who can come up with a pun so bad that we'll have to time you out from chat. Let's see who deserves this honor or whatever you'd like to call it. The things we do while watching classical chess, right? I swear we're not abnormal. Yeah, Pat, you're right. The d pawn can be stopped. because it's not going to go that far. Black will crowd around it and win. All right, so we have the first question. What has 5 toes and is not your foot? Five tomatoes? Oh my gosh. Should have seen that coming. It's a play on my and your foot. Thanks. Thanks, Sean. Oh, flyfuls. Nice. Okay, I see what you did there. Dang. 8 legs of venison? How many people are you feeding? Oh, yeah, Pat, actually, you're right. I was just thinking toes as in TOES because that's how he wrote it. But apparently, the answer is well, you can see it on the screen because YouTube chat can see Twitch chat, but Twitch chat can't see YouTube chat. Okay, for now, Sean's one is the current winner. That's so stupid. So you say I don't like how B7 is kind of attacked by. Yes, B7 is kind of attacked by the bishop on F3. So bishop on C8 is stuck. You're right. The bishop on C8 is the only piece that's guarding the B7 pawn. So whenever the bishop moves, there's always a trick with pushing and winning the pawn on B7 with the tempo on the queen. The magic tractor that turned into a field. No, I haven't. Oh, wait. I don't get it, I think. Magic tractor turn into a field. Okay. You have a car and your friend asks to give you a lift. Sure. You look great. Go for it. Wait. I need to think. Let me read this again. Friend asked me to go for it. Sure. Okay, something's wrong with me. I don't get either of them. Somebody tell me what magic tractor is. Magic tractor. Magic. No, I don't know it. So by lift, you mean like uplift him, or compliment or something? Is that what it is? Is that all it is? Uh, turn into a field. Oh my god. Uh, okay. Yeah, sorry, chat. It's like past 4 a.m. for me. My brain is not really working, but it's a play on the word turned. Yes. It turned into a field. Great. Hi, Vlad. Welcome. How was your game? I think you had 2 games, right, today? I know you won game 1. Vlad, no, we don't know what happened, actually. Anna thinks it was just a chess.com thing. She had the same classroom link as you used the last 2 days. So I don't know. 5 pawns versus rook. Oh no. Did you have the rook? Oh no, Sean, don't do this to me. Don't take advantage of my past 4 a.m. brain. Mm-mm-mm. All right, Pat. I'm going to keep looking at you from time to time if you have anything to say about these jokes. But yes, Julian, you're right. Rook b8 is a move. Rook b8 is actually the top move recommended by the engine here. After white has played the last move, rook a1. Rook b8 is a move. The thing is, the eval doesn't change a lot. There's a lot of moves that is just equals, like dead equal position. But anyway, Vlad, not bad. 1.5 out of 2 is, well, better than what Anna-Maja can get today. She's already on 0 out of 1. So let's see how this game ends. Five pawns versus rook is actually interesting because I don't know where I heard or read this, but I always thought, you know how they give um, piece value in terms of number of pawns? Like knights will be around 3, bishops around 3, rooks around 5. I always thought it was something like how many pawns does it take to stop the piece? So, like, rook versus 5 pawns would be a draw, like Vlad just held today. It would take 9 pawns to stop a queen, which also makes sense. You need more pawns than you start with to stop a queen, which is crazy. The queen could just do everything, keep giving checks. I don't know. It just made sense to me. I don't know if there's any truth to this. And 4 pawns would usually beat the knight or bishop. So I guess the theory stands. Anna-Maja is currently 10 minutes ahead on the clock, which is not much, but it's something. 3 connected pawns. Depends on where the kings are, actually. And if they are on, like what the arrangement is. Because let's say there's 3 connected pawns on, like, they're like connected to each other on dark squares, and you have a light square bishop. It blocks the whole thing. Like, none of them will pass, especially if the king is nearby. Planet L, no, I don't. No, sorry, I was just talking about this. I want to hear jokes from that. I don't have any. My brain is off. It's too late. Somehow I'm still made to think. But that's okay. Hello, the old pawn. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, for those who don't know, this is round 6 of this tournament. And I was playing in Spain. There are 3 more rounds after today. She is trying to just maximize her score. She's currently out of 1.5 out of 5. What kind of music are Irish people supposed to listen to? I know I've seen this before. It just didn't hit me fast enough. Good one. Welcome to Shamrock. Not you two. Why? What did you two do? Sean, you're my winner for today. That's it. Everyone can stop telling jokes. Leprechaun rock. Is that even a genre? Actually, you know what? There might just be. You never know. Thomas, Sean, no, you didn't have to do that, okay? I'm not that off. Thomas Bridges, Nick No Derek. Hi, welcome. I don't know who you're talking about. I'm sorry, I don't know what this is about. But if the person is banned, you can always get them to send an unbanned request on Twitch, which the streamer will check when she gets to, and it will be dealt with. For now, you can chat here and hype up Anna-Maja on her game. Oh, so are you another account who got banned and made another one? Okay. Well, sadly, I don't want to make a lot of decisions on this channel. I'm just chilling, talking to chat, not getting the jokes, laughing. You can get him to recommend, you can get him to send the unban request. And the request is not related to you. We have a move. Anna-Maja has played Rook B8. Julian, she played your move. Amazing. How do you feel? Uh, Pat, I think that's a good question. The when she pushed H3 and she didn't, what she basically said in chat was the move Bishop F5 did not cross her mind. Like she did not see Bishop F5 because that one gives rise to all the tactics on Bishop D3 check, and her king's position is like precarious. But she thought she was in a better position, so to stop Knight G4, she pushed H3. But of course, that all destroyed with Bishop F5, and that's all she wrote. Mm-hmm. Oh wait, wow. You guys just I just spoke so many words and then I see all of this was written in chat already. Reminder to like read everything before I talk again. Uh, Hi, Thomas Bridge. Um, that's not a nice look, you know. You get told off once for something, you make a new account, you come back, and you vocally support her to lose. That's not really something we would recommend if you wanted to stay. Especially now that you said you're his friend, that also reduces chances of your friends unbanned. Ever think about these things? Of course not, because you're the same person, which is fine. Yeah, sure, Rich. It's okay. Some people were not. Okay, let's not make bad jokes. What do you think of the position, guys? What would you do? This position looks boring, someone says, and I agree. But okay, I may have this position in my own game, but I think I wouldn't spend so long, and I'd feel the need to push something faster and get the game, somewhere else. But of course, that's why I am not a chess master, and they are. So we have to watch them and see how they can try to convert positions like this. D6, yes, but Bucks, the thing is, we can pick it up later by a lot. We can gain a lot of tempo and everything. Hi, HTGHEI. Welcome to the chat. Nice to have you. And you are excused because you said you're a fan of both. So I guess you're rooting for a draw. But in that case, your friend Pedro will not be getting a norm anymore. So he needs to win. Reina, that's a good idea. This game will take a long time. Unless they agree to a draw for some reason, which I don't think White will. I don't know if he's a streamer or not. I think both players are trying to improve the position of their pieces and see if they can create some complication later because it looks very drawn. There's some tension between the E and D pawns, and every other pawn is symmetrical, as in both sides have A and B and FGH. Oh, nice to know that. HTGHEI is great, yes. Anna-Maja hasn't played online chess in a while because she's doing her OTB study grind. But yeah, I agree. It's a lot of fun to watch stronger players play chess because there's always something you can learn. There's always someone who can beat you. Crazy. HTGHEI, actually, this is something a lot of lower rated players or beginners in chess say that how can they see so many moves ahead when I can only see a few. That's not really the case in chess unless it's a critical line. The thing is, it's not how many moves ahead you see, it's which moves ahead you see. Because if it's a position with less pieces and the moves are forced, like, captures, captures, and checks, and only checks, then it's actually easy to calculate even 6, 7 moves in a row. Because you just know that after a forced sequence, the pieces are in these squares. But When you have a position with too many pieces and too many options, that's when it gets confusing. That's where finding the right line is more important than finding the longer line. But these things only come with experience, and you have to practice, practice, practice. Yes, chat. Or you can be like Matthew. Easy clap. That's also another good thing. Always try to think, what does my opponent want with this move? You should be aware of both sides. Mm, and for any beginners who want to still improve in chess, you can always check out tactics and chess patterns and checkmates. They will go a very long way in your chess skills. Welcome, Nordi. Hello. How have you been? How was your week? Mm, yeah, Fly Fools. I think Anna's like pretty happy with herself. She's doing much better, like overall. So let's see. Maybe she's gonna convert this somewhere because she's here to win too, you know. Even though the norm chances are gone, does not mean she's not gonna try. She's always been a fighter. Mm, Nerdy, where is ours? Where is ours? Enjoy your pizza. Maybe after the pizza, you can join me if you have nothing else to do. Because Bucks here is been avoiding me since 3 days, and I don't like him. Bad. Fools, that could be true. Bucks, is there something you know about me that we don't? Is that the reason you don't want to join me? Is that the reason you don't want to talk to me and have a conversation? Is this how the number one mod should behave? Bucks, I'll take the chance. If it means we'll have you on the call, on the stream, I'll do it. I'll allow two secrets. How about that? Do we have a deal? No, come on. Where's the fun in that? Nerdy, by the way, yes, please, if you can. Like, feel free, anytime it's fine. Oh, I wonder what the lag is. But, okay. Oh no. What does Sean_Sean know? Let's see if, wait, I want this to work. Wait. So, Sean, can you tell us? Tell us. I'll do the drum roll for you. How about you type and tell us what the secret is? Hey, HDGHEI. You don't have to always think that low elo means something bad or doesn't know chess. It's fine to have low elo. Mm, just always discuss ideas. Chess can be a very objective game. You have to be objective in your calculation as well. So, yeah. Anna's been yawning though. I think I saw her yawn 3 times on this move. Rook to d2. The reason being you want to double up on the d file. That is an idea, but we could take the pawn. Yes, Bucks. Thanks for that. That was a breather. If the rooks are doubled, you can just take the pawn and develop the bishop out, and we're good. The rooks cannot go to the 7th rank. As you can see, the bishop and knight both guard d7. Yeah, I don't know. We just have to wait and watch. The position really is dry. Like, there's not even a lot of weaknesses to talk about. Like, okay, one thing you may want to know, once you have a light square bishop only, you want to put your pawns on dark squares so your light square bishop is not like blocked and has more mobility, you know, so it can go through and collect. I forgot the word. It can just be active on more diagonals. But okay, that's not in 100% of the cases. Sometimes you can push and trade, depends on the position. The A and B pawns, I don't want to call them weak because they're still like where they are, and you can create a sort of pass pawn, sorry, a connected pawn structure thing. Let's see. This is still anyone's game at this time. It's very dry, as you can tell. But one thing we've got going is Anna-Maja's time on the clock is 20 minutes ahead of her opponents. So he's really burning time trying to find a good idea, which we like to hear. This is exactly how Anna-Maja won her game yesterday. I mean, it resulted in her opponent blundering mate, but it was still because of the time difference. Anna-Maja is okay with this type of position. I think you can tell from her gameplay, her time usage, and her body language. All right, we have an interesting move. The rook has gone to the center. It's a good square, pretty active, on d4. And from there, we will see where we go. It still changes nothing on the eval. I see top many moves are still equal, but we'll have to see where she goes now. She has a few ideas. Rook d8 is one. You can always put a rook on the file where the passed pawn is. Bishop d7 is a move, just developing, connecting rooks. a3, sorry, a3, h6, king g7 even, because it's the endgame, why not bring your king up? There is no dark squared bishop to give you checks. We're fine, Adjet. It's been a dead, equal game with equal trades, with almost symmetrical structures, and just fair trades. But we are ahead on the clock, which is something I think Anna can use a few moves later. Cyro Dillion. That is an option, but I don't think Anna likes to play dead drawn games and offer draws. That's not her style. She's always been a very attacking player. She loves to attack. And in this game, if she wins, she can gain some decent elo. As in, she does need to win some back. You see, she's on a minus score right now. And also, she knows that her opponent is in a must win situation because he is looking for an I am norm, which means he needs to win every game from now, which means he may take risks, which means we may have chances to counterattack. Time will tell. She's up on the clock. There's no reason to draw. Julian, you're right. I agree with you. It's so drawish, it looks hard to blunder, but they're humans after all, and anything can happen. So you just gotta keep playing good moves. Keep playing. Like, if it's a draw, show me it's a draw. Like, let's go to Bear Kings. Okay. Rook d4 played. Black to play her 21st move. We have a move, and she has gone for the Rook d1. So she brought her rook to the same file where she thinks the action may take place. Once again, you see, he's not pushing the pawn because if he pushes the pawn, the bishop gets out to c6, and the knight can go back to e8. The pawn is that can be attacked later. It will only be picked up, so it's not that big of an advantage. Do we want him to push? I don't know. Could be scary. It's always scary to have a pass pawn like 2 steps from queening. But I think she can hold this. Yeah, this is maybe his only hope. That's why he's maybe going to double. But at the right time, Anna can just snap the pawn off. And she always has an option to force trades and end the game with escape with a draw. Like finish it off quickly. But we'll see. 98 will attack it, and she cannot push it to d7. So yeah, being a pawn up is always good. And if somehow she can win another pawn, she's not gonna stop trying to win until the end. I know this. Let's just see what he comes up with. Once again, I like the body language going on. Anna looks like it's her turn right now, and he's like chilling back on his chair. Oh, I see him shaking his head. I like it. I like to see it. Okay. It's the little things. Yeah, but white is also going down the clock. He is at almost half her time, actually. Almost half her time. We take those. Yeah, Matthew, you're actually right. That would not be crazy because there isn't much for now. He's the one who has to prove that it's a win, or he needs to win somehow. I like how every few seconds he keeps shaking his head and looking at her face to see what her expression is. Nice. Actually, if this is the average Caro-Kann position, I don't want to play the Caro-Kann ever. Like e4 c6 just feels so wrong to me. I don't think I've ever played it. I used to play c5 a lot, but then I switched to e5, and then I switched to e6. Matthew, which one? Ooh, Jean Pixels, nice. Congratulations. Wait for it.
Good afternoon. Good evening.
Good afternoon. Yes, I can hear you. Welcome. Everybody,
Good.
welcome to the second voice in your head for tonight.
Won't be here for very long. I'll try to be here for like half an hour. Um,
Okay, that's good because at some point I want to go up and do something, and I will do that when you're here. So thanks.
okay, that's no problem.
All right.
I just see the stream, by the way. I'm not following the engine lines. Should I?
No worries. No, you don't have to right now.
Right.
I mean, it's
Okay.
okay. I sent you the link anyway if you want to take a look at the move.
I'll open it. Ah, yeah. Thanks.
Fly
Let's.
your fools. That's a good question.
Uh,
I wish. Okay, never mind. So tell us, how was your experience in Iceland?
that was good. I'm very happy that I went. Um,
Nice.
Strictly chess wise,
Chess wise,
I guess it's inherent to chess that there's just always these games where you keep wondering, what if I just had done this or that?
what if I did something else? Yes.
Yeah,
True. True.
and much more so when they're OTB games.
Yep.
You
And classical games where you spend a long time thinking only about the game. Um,
yeah, and then there's
yeah.
those few moves where you should have just thought for 2 minutes more. But anyway, that's part of the experience. Overall, I'm happy with how it went, and it was just really nice to experience the country, experience the tournament,
Nice. Yeah, I mean,
meet up.
it was great that you got to see the Northern Lights as well. Like on the first day, that was so cool.
Yeah, that was actually when I watched them. Okay, like very short story time. There's a move played A4, which looks decent.
Yeah,
When I
H4 was played by white. Yes.
yeah, when I watched those Northern Lights, like I just got to Iceland, and
Hmm.
actually I wasn't really meant to stay at the airport hotel at that point. But
Okay.
I arrived too late to pick up my rental car, so I had to be at the airport again the next morning to pick up my rental car. And I decided
Okay.
to stay at the airport hotel,
Okay.
and that's where I watched the auroras then, and that
Whoa,
felt
from the
so
airport hotel?
yeah, like next to it basically.
Wow.
Um,
Can you tell me what could you see with your naked eye?
um, like on the pictures, you see a bit of a green light. I saw
Yes.
the same uh, patterns, of course. I
Hmm.
didn't see the color very clearly. Like it was more like gray white to my eyes, which is also
Hmm.
because in darkness your eyes don't see color as well. They more focus on black and
Right.
white.
Black and white. True,
Uh,
true.
yeah. And of course, I saw some movement, like slow movement.
Ooh.
And the most special part, I think, because I never realized before, is that when you see the auroras, you also see the stars through them. So you're watching the
Mm.
starry sky, and you're seeing the auroras in the front of it.
Oh,
That makes it
oh,
more
that's
beautiful.
it sounds so dreamy. I love it. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true actually. I never thought about it because we live in places with light pollution, most of us. It's
Yeah.
rare that people get to see starry skies, like full a sky full of stars.
Yeah, true.
Nice, nice, nice. And then you also were there during a volcanic eruption. That was something.
Yeah. Actually, I only saw anything of the something of that on the flight back home.
Oh yeah, I
Then
think you shared some picture. That was the volcano.
yeah,
Hmm.
like the plume of smoke you still see. But
Yeah.
but apart from that, in Reykjavik, there was nothing noticeable about it.
Oh well, that is what Iceland has to offer: cold weather, expensive food, the chess
Yeah.
tournament, auroras, and volcanoes. Very nice. Never have to visit Iceland again.
Okay. Lux, that sounds interesting, but uh, bioluminescence in the sea, that's from algae, I think.
Algae, yeah, the one that glow in the dark. That looks very nice too, right?
Yeah.
Wait, is it? Interesting. Because I've seen it in pictures. I don't know where. Like, I'm sure it's on many beaches around the world. But yeah, I would like to go see that someday too. All right, interesting.
A5 is also played.
Yes. So H4, H5 has been played. The position is still okay. Anna-Maja may be pushing him on the clock now. Once again, okay, Nuri, you know what? Before your time is up, I will take a short break now and I'll be back before you're gone.
Yeah, sure,
All
no
right?
problem.
All right, chat. Have fun with Nuri. Bye.
You have to do with me for a minute while Blue Boy is indeed probably taking a power nap. So what to do here with White? I have no engine. I just see the eval bar in the middle. Pushing the pawn is feels like an option, but maybe it's very how do you say it? You cannot take the pawn back anymore, of course. So you have to stick to that decision. And as shortage says, well, I guess it's technically a passer because it cannot be taken by black pawns anymore. But of course, it requires support, and it doesn't look like it's promoting anytime soon. So that's a big decision. Anyway, it's the only thing, of course, you can do with pawn. Taking on e6 is not possible because of the pin. Maybe it's possible to, let's say, try and prepare d6 by playing rook e d1 or something. Of course, Anna can always just trade the pawn if she's afraid that it'll become too dangerous. Nor did you drink the botas under the table at the many parties you all had. I have not been at any party where the Botas sisters were as well. Uh, and there were not as many parties as you are implicating a an FM replace my move. That's either a good sign for me or a bad sign for the FM. Both. It's clear now that he wants to push the pawn. Come spicy face. Thank you for paying your taxes before chatting. And the question is now, does Anna-Maja still regard the pawn on d6 as a weakness? So can she allow it to be pushed? Or has the time come to trade it off and I guess allow it to a piece to land on d5 eventually? That's of course also true. The e1 move also prepares taking on e6 because the pin is gone. I'm not sure how good it is though. Like if let's say in this position you could white another move and he plays d takes e, you take the rook first, rook takes back, then you take with the bishop on e6. And I think it's just been a trade basically. But at the very least, the move d takes e is possible now for white. But I still think that he wants to prepare the pawn push. Does e takes f7 there? Ah, this white winning a pawn that way. Yeah, probably. I overlooked that. Well, in that case, d takes e becomes better. Yeah, that might be a threat actually that I overlooked. One way of dealing with that threat is playing e5. It feels wrong because the pawn is a bit loose on e5. It's not defended. But it's not easy to attack it with white, actually. Because the rook has to move and it cannot go to e4. But still, long term, that looks a bit loose. So you don't trust it. Exchange on d5 is definitely an option. Yeah. The thing is just that white ends up with, I guess, a bishop on d5. Which is then attacking a pawn on b7, and attacking a pawn on f7. But it's all fine because they're not falling or anything. Anna-Maja came to the same conclusion. She took on d5. I expect to see knight takes. A lot of tension on d5, that's true. And probably some pieces getting taken for the next few moves. And he took with a knight indeed. And then I immediately retook. GM Nixons with the raid. We have important visitors, Jet. Welcome. You are watching Anna-Maja playing in round 6 of the Magistral via the Zahara 2024. Bugs can rate my Spanish pronunciation there. Anna is facing a slightly higher rated FM. So far the game is relatively equal, but there's still, I think, plenty to play for. Although with the last few trades, I guess the possibility of a draw has come close. You weren't paying attention to the pronunciation. Well, I don't feel like repeating it, so I guess we'll just never know. Bishop e6, I don't like creating another pawn island there. I do want to move the bishop. Maybe actually b6. Because if we move the bishop, then the rook is tied to the defense of the pawn, and that I don't really like that. So we can play like b6 and bishop b7. The thing is, Bugs, if I'm Anna-Maja played king g7, getting out of the pin with the pawn makes perfect sense. I don't know how dangerous a move like rook f4 would have been, but and of course there were checking tactics. I'm not very strong at my tactics today. Bugs, if you're going to go back in the VOD anyway, guess I can stop you. Yeah, if you're going to check a VOD, YouTube is probably the most practical option. So let's say we are white. That we're trying to create any chance of winning. The 7 is pretty good for someone who doesn't really speak Spanish normally. Thank you. And I'm pretty sure you pronounce it correctly. I guess my Villa might be more like Villa, Villa, something like that in Spanish, but I'm not sure about that. The V pronunciation. Anyway, let's say we are right. You want to create anything here. There are no flashy tactics working, for sure. Like rook f4 looks uh, very much like a one move threat. Probably easily defendable. I believe the G in Magistral is the Dutch part G, and I don't pronounce the H. Okay. Magistral? I would have never thought of that. Magistral via the Zahara. Zahara. Okay. Spanish is a wonderful language. Such a dry position. Yeah. If you tune in after the most of the trades have been done, it does get closer to equal. But one of the things that makes it less dry, I would say, is having bishops on the same squares. Of course, not that we trade them off, but bishops on different squares are generally more drawish. I make many balls as flying fools. I have no idea which one you mean. Sleep more comfortable for white marked pieces. Yeah, I think that's not wrong, but it's relatively easy to uh, prepare for black.
Hello, I am back. What have I missed?
Welcome back. You had a few trades on d5
Oh,
after
finally, so there's
white.
no pawn tension anymore. Good.
Yeah, after white doubled some pawns. And now white is with his last move, bishop b3.
Hmm. I see it's looking dead
Basically,
equal,
yeah,
but dead equal does not mean dead draw. So,
yeah. But it's not hard to see why the engine rates it as equal at this
yes,
point.
yes.
All pawns
It's
facing each
this
other.
completely symmetrical position, same pieces.
Yeah,
Okay, right now, however, black needs to move the rook. So she has to either take the rook on d4 or move it away.
In that case, probably to e8.
It could go to e8, or he could trade and play bishop, I don't know, f5, or move a pawn on the queen side.
Yeah. Earlier, I liked the idea of playing b6 and bishop b7 at some point, but now the bishop isn't attacking b7 anymore. It's
Yeah,
less of an issue.
I like how we're doing on the clock though, so that may be something. Although I don't think it's like there's no need for her to make moves fast.
Sure. I don't think Anna-Maja minds a draw with black. Um,
Yeah, I don't think so, but she will keep pushing as long as it's safe.
oh yeah. But I'm wondering whether we want to trade one pair of rooks here.
I
Um,
think I would.
and why?
Sorry, did you ask what? Was that for me?
Yeah. Why would you trade one pair of rooks?
Mm, Easier to play. Just I feel like with two rooks, black is sorry, white can get on the seventh rank pretty soon. It already has a bishop attacking f7, so I
Yeah.
don't like that. If we can trade a pair of rooks, then maybe it's better. Uh, but okay, it could go either way. I mean, there's no real threat right now.
Yeah.
Mm,
I mean, it's probably reasonable to trade one pair of rooks.
Although there is a slight. Okay, the bishops are of the same color, so it doesn't make that much of a difference.
Yeah.
Mm, hmm.
But as long as our bishop is on that c8 h3 diagonal,
I
uh,
think we're
what
fine.
can quickly get to the seventh ring.
Yeah, can't. Nothing. Hi, hi, Agni. Oh, Agni Kai. What's join?
Yeah, I might be tempted to keep the rooks, but maybe I'm just making it unnecessarily complicated for myself then. Anyway, Anna-Maja has the
I,
time to decide. Looks like she's played a clean game, free of mistakes. I haven't seen the entire game actually, but I don't believe there were big mistakes.
yeah, I can't really check the accuracy, but they've been pretty equal so far. The engine hasn't swapped for more than 0.3 or 4. It's
Oh wow.
I think it's a pretty level game as far as I remember.
Yeah. By the way, you were
Mhm.
talking about the pronunciation of the Magistral via de Zahara earlier.
Oh,
Uh, that picture
oh,
behind the board, that big
yes,
photo, I believe that is a picture of the
of
town
of the
in the
place.
mountains. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
someone on
actually
YouTube chat said, yeah, that was the where that's where they are, but from the other angle.
okay.
Mm,
And
yeah, did Bucks
let's
teach
see.
us how to pronounce this?
Bob said in chat that he thought that's how it was pronounced, but he wasn't actually sure. I guess it's a different region of Spain with maybe a slightly different pronunciation. I don't know. I'm afraid I have to leave again, Blue Boy.
Oh, no problem, no problem. Thanks for joining.
I'm happy that.
I'll be here now till the end. No worries.
Okay. I'm happy that I could give you a little break.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. Mods carrying each other. Like to see it. Also, she has faded rooks.
Exactly. Okay.
All right, then I
Um,
guess see you another time. Bye.
See you another time, maybe tomorrow. Bye.
Yeah, oh yeah, tomorrow. We'll talk about it. All right. Have a good one. Bye.
You.
Hmm. Okay. Hi, YouTube chat. Sorry, I was gone for a long time. But yes, Julian. Oh, thank you. 96.8, 96.9. Wow. Kramnik is on high alert right now. Interesting. But now, once again, see, okay, she played the same line that. Okay, I'm a little worried now, chat, because this is exactly what I predicted earlier. Rook takes, and bishop f5. Hmm. Kramnik is typing. Wherever he is, he's typing. These two are playing a 96, almost 97% accurate game. Wow. No, Macron. Nordi jumped in because I had to take a step back. I had to take a break. You know, that's how we go on this channel. Same brain. We support each other. Interesting indeed. Hi, Benjamin. Nice. Okay, we are getting moves a little fast now. Anna-Maja is over 30 minutes and her opponent's at below 9, which is good. Well, he's at 10 now because he has played the move f3, trying to get the pawns on light squares to harass the light squared bishop. Let's see where we go from here. Yes, you're right. Actually, I was looking at that complex earlier. It does mean our bishop has a few less diagonals to roam around in, but it doesn't make that big of a difference. We still have rooks to control files, and it's the same colored bishops. Worst case, we can trade. Anyway, towards time trouble, maybe we'll see moves coming in thick and fast. Anna-Maja did say multiple times that she's a fan of this time control. She really likes how games get crazy and intense towards the end, and you have to make moves fast. Also, her time management has been very good this year. We're very proud of this, as you can tell from the clock. So let's see. Let's see what White does. I mean, right now, White could push g4. That will have to mean we trade one pair of pawns and the bishop retreats somewhere else. But I don't know. Let's see. Oh, sorry, Anna hasn't played. The stream has lag, so she plays rook to c8. Fire fools, that is precisely what we're counting on. Wow, okay, my screen is like 10 seconds behind the PGN. Let me refresh. Okay, I'm still about 9 seconds behind, but that's okay. 97 accuracy for both players. Guys, Kramnik is definitely typing. Like, what is this? 9 seconds is bad. I think about 4 to 5 is normal. All right, once again, chat, tell me, look at the body language of the two players and tell me what you think they're going through. Who's more nervous? Who's anxious? Who's relaxed? What is Anna-Maja thinking right now? Etc. etc. He's playing Alireza clone. Yo, now that you mention it, I see it, guys. Noah, that's a very good eye. Actually, in some angles, he does look like he could be Alireza Firouzja. But yeah, the symmetrical structure makes it very difficult. Matt for dice, I mean, I like to hear the first bit and I like to hear the second bit, but I would like to hear Anna-Maja could win as well. Anna looks more than comfortable. That's amazing. Like she's doing very well this tournament, I think, like off the board. He can achieve IM norm. Yes, this is a norm tournament. There are 3 IMs in this tournament. So he needs to get a score of 7 out of 9, which means he needs to win every game, including this one. That's why you see him like having spent more time trying to find ways. Too bad it's still a dead draw, but anything is possible, chat. We still have a lot of pieces on the board, a lot of pawns on the board. Anything is possible. I'll let you know whenever we go into like only move territory, but for now, everything I see is 0.0. All right, hi Shoreditch. It's okay. Sometimes we all have those moments when you can say one, two, but you don't know what comes next. He doesn't seem happy. I like to hear it. That makes me happy. Tell me more. Benjamin, that's a good question. Normally, some tournaments have this. I am not aware of any rules on this tournament. Usually it's move 30, but now that there is no added time control, as in there's no extra time added on move 40 in this tournament, I don't know. We're still waiting. Wow, Pedro just gets up. Take a walk. Okay, so let me try to find out some ideas. What is he trying to do with King F2? It's a normal developing move. It's the end game. You want to bring your king closer to the center so it can have an impact on the game. Because when pieces are traded off, you need the king. The king is a very strong piece in the endgame. Always remember. King f6 is not a bad move. Los Cooper, I'll send him another cricket into his room. Or maybe ducks. And then you want a cat? Maybe I'll send a cat as well.
Meow!
Your duck escaped. Now your cat is also going out to hunt that duck down. I am very good at impressions. You want me to do the cat again?
Meow!
I'm kidding. This was actually Anna-Maja, not me.
Yes!
Yes, Matthew, that is one use of it. Okay, speaking of shows, that's a good topic, guys. Has anyone watched Three Body Problem? It's a new series on Netflix, which is making the rounds and going viral. A lot of people like it. It's from a book, I think, discussing the three body problem in physics. I'm very interested in watching it, but I think I'll watch it later. Sean, no, if you redeem meow, you just get the same meow that you heard some time ago. Because that's a better meow than I can do. Oh, the old pawn, nice. Old pawn, tell me about the book. Oh, wait. Trash and pretty good. Hey, that's not saying much. I don't know what to take from this. Like, what's so bad about it? Or was it the acting or what? Yes, Bucks, I will let you know when I started. Currently, the last thing I did was I started Avatar, and I still haven't watched it. I watched one episode, and I did not know that every episode is about an hour long. It's well done, but I'll just don't have the time nowadays, I think. Whoa, okay. If that's the second best, what's the first? Tell me. I am interested. Science fiction is great. Ooh. لسان الغيب. Oh, I can't take those memes seriously, man. Dune is going to get only one more movie, right? I hope they only get one more movie. لسان الغيب. Max, is there an anime that I told you to watch and you haven't watched yet? There probably is, isn't there? Oh, okay, Decadent. Thanks for that. I'll keep that in mind. I will binge watch it someday soon. Maybe next week. I'll try. I'll try to binge watch it next week. Promised Neverland. Yes. Bucks, it's only like 12 episodes. Come on. You don't have to watch season 2. I mean, if you really want to, you can because it's over, but they changed the story from the manga. So season 2 was not very well liked, but season 1, I know you will love it. Believe me, I know you for a while. I know you will. Okay, you will like it at the very least. Season 1. Paul Atreides and Shannon. Oh yeah, you mean Zendaya? Yes. Pedro walking around is making you nervous. I think Pedro himself is nervous right now. Oh, Sean, I was recommending this anime called The Promised Neverland. It's okay. Anima has played Rook C6, which is an idea. I don't know exactly what, but she's cooking. We'll see where it goes from here. Sean, no, is it because I said anime? Believe me, I don't know what kind of plots you're into, but there is something for everyone, and they're like so well written. It's crazy. Like I'm not a fan of really long animes. I want the short, very non-boring, exciting, thrilling, like very rich storylines. I love those shows. Hello, DSGN. Welcome. Okay, he's made a move as well, and his move is Rook C4. Now he wants to trade rooks. Now let's see, does Anna-Maja want to trade rooks? She could trade or she could decline the trade. It's up to her. Thing is, if she declines, she allows Rook C7, and she has to deal with it. But if she does take, it's a fairly equal drawn endgame. Hi, Parmeriz. Welcome to the stream. Yes, the game has been equal from the start until now, but it's too early to call it a draw. That's why they're still playing. The eval says 0.1, 0.2, but let's give it a few more moves, see if she can create something. Oh, 2100 is already much stronger than most players. If you're 2100 on chess.com in Blitz or Bullet or Rapid. Oh, Bucks. Yes, that's the one I was waiting for. Okay, thanks for reminding me. I'm waiting. Once it finishes, that's the one I'm binge watching next. Also, if this one ends, does it mean it's the end of a season? Or is it like half a season? White, okay, Palmer is. White here is playing for, well, White would like a win. And Anna is not forced to win. She trades rooks. So now they have gone into a completely symmetrical, same colored bishop endgame, which is like the only thing more drawish than this if they had opposite colored bishops. But now since it's same colored, I don't know. There could be complications, of course. She is going to push, and we'll see what happens. We'll see who can get the pass pawn on which side. Imagine he loses this Fisher style. Oh, that would be so nice. Okay, Bucks, I think that makes sense. Although, a part of me wants to wait even longer so I can binge watch a full season, you know, maybe 2 seasons. I don't know. But that one song, it was so good. I forgot its name. I think Dark Aria or something. It was so good. Fly You Fools, yes, that is correct. But what happened was White offered the Rook trade. And if Black declined, White would get to play Rook C7. So Anna-Maja snapped the Rook off. Yes, Fly You Fools, Dark Area. Do you know the song? It's from. It's in Solo Leveling. Yeah, White offered the Rook trade. Amazing. Anna-Maja took it. He is not 200 points higher than Anna-Maja. He is like 20 points higher than Anna-Maja. But yes, he's the one who wants to win the game more than her, I think. These Gen, I have not watched it. I know that it's really good and it's popular, making the rounds. Uh, Friends of mine have been pushing me to read the source material from like many years ago. But I keep telling them I'll watch it when the anime is out. I'll watch it when the anime is out. And now that it's out, I'm waiting. Maybe I'll watch it when season one is out. Maybe I'll watch it when season two is out. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, like seriously, you're. It's just my friend is just like you. He keeps telling me, "Read it. It's so good. It's the best. The animation, the story, is amazing." But we'll see. Fly You Fools. Hmm. I mean, the chances of that are not zero. It's only 200 chapters. Okay, someone tell me, is the solo leveling finished? Is it completed? If it's completed, I will read it. Welcome, Raiders. That's nice. Hey, Chess Amazon. Hope you had a great stream. Welcome to this channel. This is Anna-Maja. She is currently playing in a norm tournament. Sadly, she is not competing for a norm anymore, but she would like to stop Pedro here from getting norm chances. Who needs a win? Who needs a win in every game? She's currently on 1.5 out of 5, as you can see. So she would love to stack up some points. And yeah, hope you had a good stream. Check out Anna-Maja's YouTube. She's on this new road to WGM, newly awakened road to WGM. And this is her second tournament of the year. She has another one lined up in 2 weeks. Fly You Fools, it usually is, yes. And they might do that too, but you'll have to calculate now. Pawn storms, like pawn races. On which side will they lock in? The problem really is there's no pass pawns, like 0 pass pawns. So you have to create one. And for that, you need to create a weakness. And for that, you need to have your king placed well. And for that, you need to calculate. And for that, Anna-Maja is taking time. Yeah, Julian, I see Engine thinks there's a slight advantage, but it should not amount to much. Because it's same colored bishop endgame, even if it's +1, I would say don't think that's completely winning. But once it goes to 2, 3, oh yeah. And he is lower on time, that's true. She can pressure him on the clock, anything can happen. Right now, I know Anna-Maja is going through a few variations so that she knows, she has an idea what she wants to do in case things get messy soon. So there you go. Hi, P. Welcome to the chat. Good to see you in YouTube. Yeah, it's great to see that you're hooked onto Anna-Maja's journey and her stuff. She's really been focusing on the YouTube streams, the YouTube videos. I know she's making recaps about this tournament, just that they haven't been edited, so they're not uploaded. But don't worry, guys. She's going to explain everything about her games in their YouTube videos. Make sure you subscribe and wait for those videos once they're out. Do comment. She reads all of them and she really likes engagement. Dizjin, thanks for letting me know. So I guess if the manhwa is over, I will read it. I want to read it someday, I think. Parmriz, no, I am not her coach. I wish, maybe, but no. She is like almost double the player I am. I'm just a random guy who's like awake at nights. Doesn't have anything to do. It's 5:40 a.m. But no, I'm waiting. Once this game ends, I'll be here until the game ends. Chaos. The evil bar says it's a draw. Yes, because it's equal. It's been equal since the start. King f6 is a move. I would love to play King f6. Mm, any bishop move or King f6. One thing I would like to do here is I would like to keep my pawns on dark squares. So like b6, a5, their moves, because I don't want them to become targets for the white bishop later. That's something you can keep in mind in bishop endgames. You don't want your pawns to be attacked. Well, like if they're weaknesses, the opponent can pick on them. But it's a double-edged sword. Both of the players have light squared bishops. King endgame would be more difficult to calculate, I think, because it's like pure calculation and nothing else, and it's harder to calculate those. With bishops, you can at least waste moves. With king and pawn, you cannot waste moves. Not really. If any side wants to win, they have to create imbalance. Like, look, Anna has pushed f6. Okay, so she's going for pawns on the dark squares. I like it. She's preparing g5 in some line. She knows what she's doing. She's taking her time. Let her cook. Now he's on 8 minutes. Let's see what he does. This is not the kind of position you want with less time on the clock, actually, if you want to win. So let's see. I think as long as so um problem is it's true. Anything can happen. And Benjamin, yeah, I get what you mean, but because there's no passed pawns, it's quite difficult to say that there's an advantage because of this. Same color bishop is a good thing if you are trying to draw. Or wait, opposite color bishops are actually more drawn than this. But same color bishop also does help. All depends on the pawn structure. There's too much. Yes, at some point it does become a race. So f5 has been played by white. Sorry, f4. And now we wonder what Anna-Maja will play. So she has moves. She can bring the king up. See, f4 was played to stop g5. That was Anna-Maja's plan. But now the pawns are stuck on dark squares, the two pawns from white, and our bishop cannot attack them. And what f4 does is it locks the pawn h5 and g6 on light squares. So if the king ever moves on to the queen side, maybe the white bishop can attack those weaknesses. That's how you play bishop and pawn endgames. Create weaknesses by locking the squares, so the pawns cannot push through. But of course, once again, double-edged, equal pawns, same material. It's hard to push. Let's see which side makes a mistake first. I don't think Anna-Maja is going to offer a draw. The time's ticking down and she's getting closer to his on the clock. They're only about 4 minutes apart now. Interesting. Wow. Okay. Okay, chat. Anna-Maja takes what I said and throws it out the window immediately. Said you can't push g5. She goes for it. Because you see, after takes, there's no piece that can defend the white pawn on g5. So she can just go with the king and pick it up. White's hanging up, black hanging a pawn, but white king can pick it up anytime. So it's like it really makes no big difference here. It's just trading down material. Although it may give rise to some complications somehow, she did play a good move. King h6 was not better. There was no really better move because the eval is still the same. Both are too strong to lose this ending. I agree with you. It's not easy to. It's not likely that they will blunder a loss, like blunder something big. Yes, Matthew, correct. Last game was like it finished very early, lots of positions, lots of pieces, sorry. Too many tactics. It was mad. You see how the opponent, he knows that taking is bad, so he didn't take. What he does is he keeps the pawn chain and he plays g3. Now we can do anything. We can take h4, we can take g4. We're good. We can keep our bishop on g4, where it's a very nice little square that cannot be attacked by pawns. We can bring the king up to g6 if we want to, or take a pawn and run the king around towards the center. We can do anything. Yeah, Matthew, this game's eval hasn't moved. I believe they're playing on 97% accuracy, both of them. Like a serious Kramnik typing level game. HTGHEI taking was not really bad. Like objectively, mathematically, theoretically, they're all equal moves because it will fizzle out to a draw. But what they're trying to do is hold on and create imbalances, try to pressure something somewhere. Let's see who makes the first mistake. They've been playing a perfect game so far. Okay, there's a trade of pawns. The pawns have been traded on h4. Nice and simple endgames are the most complicated endgames. Okay, so Anna-Maja has pushed her king up. Now that sorry. Now her plan, I think, is to move the bishop away from f5 and play king f5 and king g5. Sorry, king g4 and attack the pawn on h4 because that's on a dark square and the bishop cannot defend it. So it would be nice because that's a weakness, so to speak. Also, the pawn on f4 is weak. White's king is making a run as well. Now we have started to reach below 10-minute territory, and it's a race. Who can reach the other's pawns first? Yeah, Benjamin, these slight inaccuracies mean nothing. Seriously, like at this point, they mean nothing. Wait, what? Where's the parrot? Like, what are you talking about? Yes, you're right. But so far, we have nothing. I think it was my chair. I got up because I was fiddling with this perfume vial that fell. I had to pick it up. Okay, where does the bishop go now? Is the question. Bishop has to go somewhere. So what I would like the bishop to do is keep control of. I want the king to capture h4. So like king f5, king g4, king h4. Then we have a pass pawn. If we have a pass pawn, we have a way to push for a win. Without it, it's really difficult. Yes, Levinsky, you see the problem. King f8, e7, d6. I agree. That brings the king into the center. That was the conventional way to do it. Like, is the first thing you have to calculate. But maybe Anna-Maja didn't like something about it and thought that she has winning chances on the king side. Let's see what she's up to. The white king is moving towards the queen side, so that does give us some time. Like with the move king to e3, white makes it look like he does not want to stop, or he doesn't want to protect h4. Because if he does that, there's no progress for him. He has to play on the queen side too. It's a race. It's a game of, we play chess now. And because it's same colored bishops, same squared bishops, they can do a lot of maneuvering. Yes, Desjin, he is from Portuguese. He is from Portugal. It's too late, chat. It's almost 6 a.m. Wait, what? Desjin, why? I thought you liked or you had something to do with Portuguese people. That's okay. Fair. Okay, this is interesting. Now look, if you move the bishop back there, because our idea is, let's say if she wants to go to king f5 and king g4, white has the move bishop e2 to stop king g4 and also attack the pawn on h5. Both of them can be attacked, which is when Anna-Maja can play the move bishop e8 to protect the pawn on h5. It gets tricky. Hey, these gen nice. Yeah, I see. I totally agree with you. Chat, it's not that big of a problem yet. We just have to hope he makes a blunder in time trouble. He is currently down below 5 minutes. And let's see where he goes with this. 4.5 minutes now. I mean, Anna can also bring her king out to the center and queenside pretty easily. So he plays bishop d5. She quickly pushes the pawn up because it's attacked, and now she has pawns on dark squares. Engine is just being harsh, actually. Okay, in this position now, we finally have some only move kind of situations. He has played bishop to e4 check. Now, if you move the king to the king side, away from the center, that's good for black because the white king can rush over to the queenside pawns and pick them up because they're on dark squares, cannot be protected by the bishop. And so black has to make sure she brings the king towards the center as well. That means king f7 or king g7 are the only moves to go here. Even if bishop f5, the white king has a very dominant position. You know, white king can just go. I mean, I see the line. That's what it says. If bishop blocks on f5, white won't take. He will go king d4. And if black takes, white gets opposition. The black king has no moves to step up. If you push the f pawn, the bishop goes back to f3, and there's no breakthrough. And the black king cannot leave the h pawn from there because the h5 pawn is a weakness. So the bishop will forever attack it, and that keeps the king tied to the king side, and that gives the white king time to go to the queen side and snatch the pawns. So it's very important right now. There's only two moves that Anna-Maja can play: king g7 or f7. She has to go down. Oh no, she has blundered. The engine says this is a blunder. White may not know it, but now if he takes the bishop, it's a dead draw once again. But if he does anything other than taking the bishop, it's a winning endgame for white. Now this is where we have to see his endgame skills. Let's see what he does. The position is +8 now, as I can see. Yeah, this is what happens. Like, you have to push to see who goes wrong first. This was not due to. It's hard to tell. If he takes the bishop, it's a draw. But if he plays anything else, let's see. I don't want to make calls too early. So taking is a draw. I think both of them know this. But not taking is the thing. He plays the best move, king d4. Now, the thing is, our bishop is pinned. We don't have a king move. And we don't have a pawn move on the king side. Every move now counts. Yes, that is correct. She may realize that this is now time for the alarm bells to ring because the white king is closer to the queen side. Let's see how this goes. Anything can still happen. You never know, chat. They're both below 5 minutes. This is where the game gets intense. Endgames are brutal indeed. It looked like such a drawn position until bishop f5. She cannot, she can take the bishop, but then her king is, shouldered, or her position is taken by white. So the black king cannot really go to the center. I feel like he knows that he has something here, so he's a bit nervous. You can see him fidgeting with his fingers. He also has been having a good tournament so far. Let's see. Yeah, Nightshade, sadly. If she loses, we'll have to ban you. He, I don't, she takes king e4, and then you have to go back king f7, but you get a pawn push. Or the king can just play king d5 and keep you at bay again. It's tough because white has the advanced pawns and the advanced king. It's really bad. You never know, chat. Even at the end, some pawn push could go wrong by him. This is not over. It looks like it is, but it isn't until it's over. Scorpio, you need to say that. You need to tell Bucks to do that. He can call the fire department on this building and get them away from here. He pushes b5. And now black can go to Zugzwang. So white can just stop black's pawns now by the move b4. Crazy. a3 or b4. a3 also works to stop that. If b4, then black has no more moves. Like white will Zugzwang black. Opposition favors white. That is correct. And he knows this trick. And she must have missed that after bishop f5, king d4, and there is opposition, and Zugzwang is imminent. Ouch. It's really hard to watch. Yes, that is correct. High swap for Prez. Anna-Maja made one blunder that she didn't see, or we'll see what she says about this. Sadly, if you move the king away now, maybe that's. If you hang the bishop right now, maybe that's something. The problem is you can't even move the king. Like if there was no f6 pawn, we could move the king. But he has found b4, and now Engine's even giving mate in 27, mate in 26. Oh man, it is tough to watch. Let's see though. at what point the game ends. King c5 is just okay, not right now because you have bishop, but you can trade bishops and go. No, you can't trade. Why see? White will not trade. Okay, white can even trade actually. Yeah, because the pawn is up, and white king will reach the a pawn faster. Fly you fools! Engine is giving mate now. Mate in 26. This looks like a tough one for Anna-Maja currently. I don't know. They're both below 3 minutes. We need a miracle. We need a miracle. Bishops have been traded. And now king has gone to f7. It's the only practical option here. She has a few weak pawns that she needs to safeguard. We may get into only move territory. I mean, it's really not over. See, chat. If it was over, you would see Anna-Maja resign. But as long as there's something you can hope for a mistake, we play on. Yeah, this was the problem. White gets opposition, and black doesn't have much. Like, you can do a6, black will go a3, white will go a3, and you are just stuck. So white is now losing, black is losing the h pawn. Now king f5. I mean, white is just up a pawn, and this is, the h pawn is queening. Our pawn is the problem. Yes, that pawn that's got stuck on f6 is the issue. So king has gone down to h6. This feels devastating. But she's done what she could. She took the pawn, and now it's a matter of who goes out first. White is queening first in this endgame, but yeah, h5 has been played, and she realizes that this is looking pretty bad, if it wasn't already. Handshake may happen. We might see it. We might not see it immediately. Maybe she's still looking for some crazy thing later. Looking at king g4, king g3, king g6. The pawns are pushing. f5, h6. It's that one tempo, man. It's so sad to watch. Because he queens before her, and he can even give up the pawn, give up the queen for the f pawn, and white can collect the king's queenside pawns. It's really sad. Chat, make sure you know what to do. Okay, he queened already, and he played queen h1. So I would expect something So this is the problem. He can just block the queening square, but there's nothing to do. She has resigned. It's it's another sad loss today. Tough day at the office once again. Make sure we spam love and we make her feel like it was okay. No pressure. She played a good game. She held it completely until that one blunder that nobody could see that was a blunder at first. Anyway, she still has 3 rounds to go, chat. She still has time to make up the ELO lost. So tomorrow we will have a round in the morning, Spain time, Netherlands time, 9:30 a.m. And we'll see where it goes from there. She's currently on 1.5 out of 6. It's sad. She should be here soon, and you know what to do, chat. Thanks everyone for watching on YouTube as well.
That was not supposed to happen. I hate chess. Illegal. No, this is not real.
Thanks for hanging out, everyone. It's sad. Cam was okay the whole game, no issues at all. Everything was fine. Board was not flipped, but it was a good game. It was great. Oh no, not the data. But hey, you played well. You guys were Kramnik was typing, Anna. Kramnik was typing the whole game until bishop g until bishop f5. It was a tough end game. I know it's crazy. Like the idea once you see king d4 and you know, oh shit. But seeing it from before is just, oh man. Anyway, it's okay. You still have rounds to make up for this. And anyway, you're not going into this with a bad mindset. You could take a look at the move right now. There was no problem really. You just had to move the king away or not play that, not block with the bishop. The h pawn ended up being the weakness, but oh well. Everyone could imagine losing this endgame. Look, all of us. It's okay. It's okay. They look simple, but they're not. This These bishop and pawn in games, yeah. Tough nut. All right. Take care, everyone. Good luck, Anna, for the next rounds. And we'll see you tomorrow morning.